How can we avoid and solve conflicts with others? How often do you guys fight with people? Also tell me the causes. Let's start at the front. How often do you guys fight with other people? How often do you fight with other people?
One fight each day.
One fight each day? What's the cause of one fight each day?
Playing game.
Ah, so the competition of playing games. Okay. Who do you fight with?
Mom.
Your mom? You play games with your mom?
No, I mean.
Oh, okay. Your mom fights you because you like playing games? Ah, okay. I thought it's a competition between friends. Oh, okay. So the cause is, why does your mom fight you? Let me understand. Why don't you have time to play games?
I didn't finish my homework.
Oh, okay. So the cause is not finishing homework. Not finishing homework first before playing games. Ah, okay. I almost thought that you play games with your mom. Okay, next person. How often do you fight?
I don't know.
You don't know? Is it a lot or
Not
it's less?
less than
It's less. Okay, but what do you usually fight about whenever you fight?
Mom.
Why?
Come to the homework.
You don't do homework. Ah, okay. How about you? Huh? Like how often? Once a week? What's the reason for once a week? Ah, without asking for permission? Okay, so let's say sibling rivalry. Okay. Must ask for permission before you use your sister's things. How about you?
Once or twice a day.
Once or twice a day? Okay, who do you fight with?
Younger sister.
Your sister? Wow. What's the reason? What's the cause?
I don't like her.
You just don't like her. Why? Why? What did she do? What did she do?
Herself is not good.
So her personality, you don't like her personality? Ah, okay. Personality differences. Personality differences. Guys, you're supposed to love your siblings. No, why not? Guys, these are the people you have to play with, to help you around the house, to talk to when you're not feeling okay. How about you? Who do you fight with?
That's my brother.
Your brother? Also a sibling. Why? What do you guys fight about?
Just him in my house.
Just around the house, there's always something to fight about. Guys, you must love your siblings. You must love your siblings. How about you? Who do you fight with?
My brother.
Your brother? So we have a lot of siblings rivalry here. Siblings fighting each other. Why do you fight with your brother?
He eats everything.
He eats everything, even your food. Oh my goodness. That happens a lot with siblings. Okay, now how can we solve these problems? You have your brother that eats everything, and your sister with a different personality, all these things that you guys told me. How do you solve these problems? Because it's a problem if you always fight. So how can we solve this problem? What are some methods that we can use? We all have problems and we all fight with people in this class. So how can we solve these problems, like to stop fighting? What can we do? How can we solve these problems? It is a problem that you are always fighting with your siblings. Don't you want it to stop? So you enjoy fighting? It's nice to fight with your brothers. It's nice to fight with your mom. It's nice to fight with your mom. No, it's not. It's a problem. So how can we solve it?
I don't listen and don't speak.
You don't listen and you don't speak to them.
Yes.
So whenever they're talking, just ignore them.
Yes.
Okay, I'll write it down. Ignore them when they're talking and don't talk back. Okay, ignore them. What else? How can you solve your problem? Everybody in this class is fighting. How can you solve that problem?
My sister must change her personality.
Change her personality, okay? Okay, sister must change her personality. Then what happens if she doesn't want to change her personality?
I need to make her to change.
Is it older sister or little sister?
Younger
Younger sister. Okay. How would you make her change if she says no? How? Because you'll be forcing her. So how are you going to force her to change?
I will use my strength to.
That's wrong. You can't use force for somebody to change. They have to change willingly. What else? How are you going to solve your problems? You always fight with your mom. So what will you do to solve that problem? How can you stop fighting with your mom? Jihu, how are you going to stop fighting?
Do homework.
Do homework on time. Do homework on time. How about you? How will you solve your problem? How do you solve all your problems? Okay, do you have a refrigerator in your room? How can you hide your food? Because what if it rots? Okay, so let's say hide your stuff. But if it's food, how can you hide food? Because it has to be in the refrigerator. But okay, I understand. How about you? How will you solve your problem? Yes. Did you say ignore?
Yes.
Okay. Fiori, how would you solve your problem?
My brother should stay in this room.
Say that again.
My brother should stay in this room.
Should stay
In this room.
in his room and not come to your room. So everybody must have their own place, like have boundaries. Okay. Have boundaries. But then what happens when everybody goes to the living room or the sitting room where everybody can like sit together? Then what happens if your brother wants to sit next to you? How will you solve that problem? Because now there's no rooms, we are all in the living room or in the sitting room. What happens? Then there's going to be a lot of problems. How do you then solve your problems? You leave the living room and go to your room. Oh wow. Okay. We've talked about the methods. Final ideas about the advantages of having good problem solving skills. What could be the best thing about being able to solve your problems? Let's talk some advantages about having good problem solving skills. Yes, you can search a word. Yes, Yunzo. Oh, Unyo.
We can solve the problem peacefully without fighting.
Good. If you have good problem solving skills, then you can resolve issues peacefully without fighting. That's one of the advantages. You can resolve problems peacefully without fighting. Do you guys know how to solve problems peacefully without fighting? You have to fight first before you solve the problem. No. What's another advantage? I want everybody to at least tell me one advantage. Yes.
You can get many friends.
Good. If you're a good problem solver, then you will have a lot of friends because they know that when they are with you, they're not going to be involved in any fights or arguments. Okay? Yes, did you find your word?
To be able to understand each other.
Good. When you have good problem solving skills, you have better understanding for how other people feel and how other people react. You try to understand the reason why people act the way they do. In that way, you find a good way to solve the problem. So that's an advantage. You are able to understand others. What else? What's the best part about having good problem solving skills? What do you think, Judy? This is not time to brainstorm. I will give you time to brainstorm. This is time for speaking. When brainstorming time comes, then you won't have anything to do. Put your pencil down. We're talking now. Yes. What do you think about having good problem solving skills? What's the best thing about having good problem solving skills? What do you think, Sujal?
I can be friendly with other people.
Okay, you can keep good relationships with others. Good. Keep good relationships with others. Okay, let's look at the vocabulary. I have 5 students. Oh, now 6. I have 5 words and 6 students. So choose a word and explain to us what it means. Conflict. Okay, what is conflict?
Struggle or fight.
Good. An argument or a fight about something. Good. Conflict. Now we are left with 4 words.
Emotion.
Emotion. What is emotion?
Our feeling.
Good. Our feelings. It's our feelings physically and mentally. Now we are left with 3 words. Yes. Argument. What's an argument? Okay. Fighting with words. Oh, fighting with words or arguing. An act of arguing or reasoning. If you have different opinions, you will argue because everybody wants to say their own opinion. So because there's different opinions, that leads to people arguing. That is an argument. Okay, we are left with empathy and resolution. 2 words. Empathy and resolution. Who can explain? Empathy and resolution. Resolution. What is resolution?
Solve problem.
Good. When you find an answer or a solution to the problem. Empathy. Empathy. To show empathy. What are you doing when you show empathy? What is the meaning of empathy? Anyone? Don't know? Who can try? Empathy is the ability to share and understand other people's feelings. For example, if you see your friend crying, you also feel like crying because you can feel her pain. Okay? That means you are somebody that is empathetic, or you can empathize with others. If you see somebody too happy, you also get happy. If you see them sad, you also get sad. You feel for other people. Alright? I will give you some time for brainstorming.